Alright, hi everyone. I finished a sketchbook and it took me a total of 2 months and 9 days. So it started on 9/13/2025. At first I started just doing colored pencil because that's all I had. This is, I think, before my household goods got delivered. And then I got my stuff and I got out my, I think it's called Boko no Uno paint. It's all the different flavors of black that I think Kuretake puts out, but I'm not 100% sure. I did some gorillas. There's not everything in this is good. These were kind of fun. They were little watercolor things where I was just trying to give it a kind of a consistent look. There's another one. I did some fountain pen drawing. These were, you might not think these are good, but to me these are kind of fun because they have like a consistent style. I did them right around Halloween as Halloween was coming up. It's graphitint backgrounds, and then they're actually all graphitint, but some of the graphitint is sort of tinted. So there's no orange or even this color brown graphitint, but if you paint it in graphitint and then you throw in some regular watercolor, you can get some interesting colors. I like this one because I like the shading and the shadow and the light from the pumpkin. And I like these two pieces, but I don't like the ones on this page as much. Maybe this one. Once again, this is sort of trying to get this consistent look and using some color, which I don't usually use. And that kind of kicked me off on the idea that I should do some more stuff in color. Oh, I like him too. They don't all work out. I realize, I'm looking back at it now, that some of my, like the black and white fountain pen stuff is the most boring stuff that I do, and I have to figure out a way to really make it more interesting. Some more characters and things. I like this. This was actually just trying to brush extra paint off of my brush on this side, some of the yellow paint, and then I kind of made something out of it. And I really like the glow effect that I got, and I ended up using this in something else later. This is some of my sepia ink. This is when I first started messing around with markers. And I'm still learning. I'm still learning a lot with markers. This is just goofing. I remember this one just doing it over the course of 2 or 3 days because I wasn't really working on it. I was just sort of half-assing it. There's Hedora. This one's interesting. Once again, this was just getting extra ink out of a pen that I was trying to clean, and it had, I think I still have the ink here. This is platinum sepia black, which I remember as being brown, but after it was in my storage unit, it looks a lot more green to me now. Maybe I can't tell if that's just me remembering it in a different way, or it really was always. There's another thing done with that same ink. More marker drawings. This is where I first kind of started getting into markers. That's watercolor. That's markers. It's my Submariner. This is the lion that I showed. And the bear. And the winter forest scene with the mule deer and the fox. This is Melanie from Josie and the Pussycats. Some of these I've shown. The Night Witch, Forbidden Love. A lot of these were done from marker class. This is markers, so I didn't submit it. It also has some colored pencil to it as well. And ink. I think I've shown some of these other ones. There's the Phantom. The Knight and the Talking Horse. This is Devil Slayer, one of my favorite Marvel characters. A rabbit. A tiger. He looks more like Shere Khan now, but I had the idea that he'd be more like Mr. Talkie Tony. There's Unga Bunga. I haven't worked with him lately. And I've showed some of these. Funny thing is I skipped this one when I did the video and showed it. But I really like the smooth transition on the cape and also in the bones. And there's some griffins. Griffins are interesting characters, and I like the colors I put in the wings here. You can't really see, but I did sort of this prismatic effect on the wings, because sometimes real feathers look like that to me. They look kind of prismatic. There's a ghoul. I'm really proud of this dragon, although there isn't much to it. I look at it now and I know there's not much to it, but I'm really proud of the color transitions on it. This was kind of a breakthrough drawing for me, this spider cartoon, in how to draw the rocks. There's some watercolor. I think I messed this guy up. I really like the background and I don't like the figure. This was drawn off of looking at some Disney concept art for Dumbo. King Kong. Just goofing around with lettering. And once again, this was really about the lettering, but I went ahead and drew some creatures in the background here. There's another, trying to get that style back I did with the Halloween things, but it didn't come out as good. This is where Dee Dee told me, hey, you can you can paint with gel markers, like those gel pens, not markers, pens, like those colored pens. And she demonstrated it, and so I tried it out, and sure enough, you can totally do it. I had gel pens that totally worked for that, red and blue and everything for my Deathlock. This was me just goofing around, and it came out really good in my opinion, so I kept it like her. Once again, I was really practicing the lettering, but I did a little evil queen here at the bottom. Some more watercolors. I actually made a video for this and I never released it. I just, something about it seemed like it wasn't coming out great, but I look at it now and I like it. I did do a video for the wolf, and I think the wolf is second to the other thing. This is just gel pen fooling around, based off of an Etherington Brothers tutorial. This is watercolor and ink. This is fountain pen drawing as I was watching Lord of the Rings. And a couple of characters. This is acrylic pen or acrylic marker, and I really enjoy working with the acrylic markers. They're a lot of fun. This is just ink. And then I kind of got back into pencils. There was one night when I was just like, you know, I just want to work on my drawing a little bit, trying to get better at it and figure out, you know, where am I going wrong. So I made this St. Peter with a key. And I started doing wrestlers in pencil, and I did several. Well, this is not, I don't know if this is legit wrestling with a kick here. I'm actually very fond of this one. This one looks, I just like the balance of the figures here. This is a cool thing that I'm gonna do more of these. I really like these oblong panels that are filled up with black, and you try and, you know, push the creature or the figure, you know, to the edges of the panel whenever possible. And so they're both kind of done from imagination. A badger and this thing, this vulture. It was meant to be like a type 2 demon of rock. There's a centaur. This is a character design for a possible comic I want to do eventually. That'll be a sci-fi version of Jason and the Argonauts, and he's missing a sandal, and he's got a bionic arm kind of looking thing. This is using the Ohuhu liner. Where is it? Fine liner, and it's actually this one right here. The Ohuhu fine liners are supposed to work really well with markers, and I was in class, and I didn't want to like go full-on markers or anything like that, but I just started doodling around, and I got this mummy, and I did the vulture as well. This I did over the next day. Seemed like it was the next morning. It was another one of those oblongs, and then another wrestler. And this time, I decided I needed to do something for a video, and I wanted to try practicing my inking, so I inked this guy. Also, was practicing with that Kuretake brush pen. This Kuretake brush pen, yeah. Okay, then I got back into pencils, and this is coming off of the wrestlers. I wanted to try and really pay attention more to value, you know, the dark areas and the light areas, and picking those out before I got into inking and coloring. I had such a good experience with the first two figures that I kept going. They aren't all great. This one I actually really like, although she looks a little wonky now, but I really like how she came out. I'm also using an interesting tip from, I think his name is Bobby Rebholz, the guy who does draw sessions, and he's like a creature designer. But he shows how you can shade, you know, rather than hatch your shading in one direction, try and do it in at least 3 directions. So this shading is going all this way, but you might have, you know, throw some shading on that's this direction, and then maybe up and down as well, and you'll get a very smooth texture. There are a couple more drawings. These are female portraits, and I was practicing mouths because I realized my mouths really suck. So I need to, there's obviously a lot of stuff that I could be working on and practicing. So, and then I filled up the last page with this girl right here. And I can't remember if she's got a name. I don't know the name of the actress here, but got the reference off of Pinterest. Anyways, today is 11/22. We started out on 9/13, so that makes 2 months and 9 days. My next journal is probably, I might do 2 at a time. I'm not really timing them. I've got this one that I've already done about half of it, and I lost it, and then I found it again. So. And it looks like I was working out some comic ideas or something. Hummingbird, I don't know if I remember the character. But this many pages left to go that are all blank, so we're not going to waste those. I think we might just do pencil in this one, even though it's bigger, and then we might also do a color one in another sketchbook. So let's go over here and we'll write 11/22, and we're restarting, and I'll put like a permanent bookmark or something, you know, right there, so I know where the sketchbook, quote unquote, really starts. Please like, follow, and subscribe. There'll be more art every day. We're always practicing. We always want to keep building our skills. I want you to help. I want you to continue building your skills as well, man. All right. Talk to you later.